Hey Taurus, welcome to your yearly oracle reading for 2019. So this reading will be focused on career and life purpose, any work matters. It's a big reading, so I will be pulling a few cards from the decks that I have, and I already shuffled and meditated on your career and life purpose from Doreen Virtue. So let's get into those cards. Let's see what's going on for you in 2019. And also, whenever you see this, it's the energies might even be starting from now as well. Okay. All right. So you have time to decide. Okay. And it says make a decision based on your heart's true desires. All right. You also have counseling. Okay. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. Infinite abundance. Love this card. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. Teaching. Okay, you inspire young people to learn. Crystals. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. Family. Loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. Okay. Okay, so right off the bat, I don't see too much, career transitions with Taurus this year. It's more reflection I see for a lot of you, like kind of doing a little bit of review of where you've been in your life, where you are now, where you want to go. For some of you, you have to make a decision, okay? And paired with this, both of these together. Okay, so for some of you, you could be thinking of becoming a counselor or getting into the counseling field. I do sense a strong pull towards guidance counseling within a school environment, just because you have the teaching card here with counseling. But for a lot of you, I feel that, if you do have a lot of options and you're really confused at the crossroad that you're in, it's really advising for you to get into some counseling or get the help of an advisor this year. It could be a spiritual advisor. It could be, within your school, if you're in a college, even in high school, university. There's usually career centers there. So make sure you get that help that you need, whether it's maybe you want to know how to perform interviews a little better. Maybe you need a little bit help on how to brand yourself, resume and cover letter, to really get out there into the field of work. Okay, so go talk to a counselor this year, because I feel like you will get like this aha moment. Maybe you're confused on the direction you need to go into, so they might be able to help you, or at least say something that will open up the doors to opportunity, or get you some inspiration of some sort. Okay. For a lot of you, I feel you've been through a lot, and especially in one area, it could be dealing with friendships, relationships, anything at all. So I feel because you have a lot of experience in whatever it is you went through, whatever challenges you've been through, for each of you, it's going to be different, but I do feel you have the ability to help others that are going through or went through the same thing on healing, okay? So it could be working with groups of women. Maybe it's like working with children, like homelessness or something like that. These are just example, working in fields of mental health, people suffering through like depression. It's really up to you and your special experience, what you've been through. Even if you're not doing this to get, money, you're not doing it as your work. The great thing with these cards and just life purpose, it doesn't work like that. Sometimes we're in jobs like to pay the bills, but our life purpose is actually different. And I always mention that you could be, let me give an example, like a construction worker, okay? And, your family and friends always come to you for advice, and you have like a great listening ear, and you're always there for, you give a shoulder to people, for people to cry on, and you're not getting paid for that, but that is a part of your life purpose. You're here for that reason. Okay, so for a lot of you, you might be doing an extra job on helping others on the side, even though you're not getting paid for it. But this is saying that this is in fact a part of your life purpose, okay? Just providing that healing and listening to others. Okay, listening ear for others. Sorry. So yeah, counseling, it could be anything. So however that applies to you there. Okay, you also have infinite abundance. So for those of you interested, I'm feeling, especially with this card, time to decide. It's saying, I do feel though you do have more time than you think, okay, and you are supported. For some of you, you're like, I don't know if I should, hop from this job to the other. What am I going to do? I might not have enough to pay my bills or something like that. There's like a worry for some of you. But I do feel you will get the support, like either from like family or friends. There's people around you that they help you, okay, and your friends and family, especially because it's under there, like you do have a roof over your head, and your basic needs are met. This is what I'm feeling here. So you will be okay. All right, so you might even get, for some of you, some sort of windfall this year. The universe sees your hard work, and you might get that extra income, okay, from somewhere. Or maybe some sort of like government money, something. Maybe someone owes you something. But I do feel someone will come along and say, I noticed your hard work and thanks for helping me out. And, here you go. They give you something that will help out your situation. So it's kind of like a blessing, okay, for you from the universe. So speaking of family, you will have to do some balancing between work and your family situation this year, 2019. Loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. So there will be some extra responsibility there. Maybe you're taking care of parents. That's also part of your life purpose. Okay, so just have patience. Even though you might get a little antsy sometime and be like, oh my gosh, I don't have time for my own things. This is also helping you gain more patience. It's helping you on your spiritual growth, okay? So helping your family is definitely a part of your life purpose. Some of you might even be getting new members of the family come in through marriage. Maybe you're giving birth to children or to a child. So family will, in fact, be a big part of your life purpose this year, okay? Nurturing children, anything like that, okay? I do feel family unit, so giving birth. So a lot of you might even be pregnant and you're waiting to give birth. So that's congratulations there. And if you're not ready for that, this is just like a caution, okay? So just saying. But yeah, teaching, okay? A lot of you might even be thinking of going abroad, I feel, for teaching. If you're interested, because I do see a lot of kids here. So if you're wondering what kind of counseling you should do or teaching, youth is coming up strongly. So that's an indicator for some of you or one of you or whoever, this applies to. Really consider children, because you have that. Taurus are amazing because you're ruled from Venus and you are very creative. And that's a great skill to have as a teacher, especially when you're trying to deliver a presentation or workshop. It doesn't have to be actual children. You could even be thinking of, planning and organizing your own workshops. So it's saying you're teaching, it could be adults, okay? But it's like they're at their infant stages of learning. They don't know anything about this topic. It could be anything. Sorry. You could even be teaching like elderly or seniors. So it really doesn't matter. It's just people that are new to a subject, and it's like the beginning stages of their learning. All right. So some of you could be in like traditional classroom setting. Others of you could be teaching through workshops or, going business to business, anything like that. So really, have an open mind because there is a lot of different styles of teaching out there. And, you don't necessarily need for informal teaching, not in a classroom setting. It doesn't mean you have to go back to school for 5 years, get your degree as like a teacher, go through teacher's college. This could be teaching in any way. It could even be online teaching. Okay, so it could be you developing your own courses and interests and presenting them. Okay, maybe your new ideas to the public. Okay, so that's going to be a big part of your life purpose. And like I said before, Taurus, you're great, you're creative, but you're also an earth sign. So you do have that practical nature to help people really understand information and kind of get grounded with it. So it's not just like theory, you put it into practice. Okay, so that's really important. Okay, so this one, it could be really apply in any way. For some of you, you might be interested in the healing arts and crystals. So you might even be mixing your coaching or counseling with the use of crystals. So, maybe you're helping people who have anxiety or lacking sleep, and amethyst is coming up, or lavender. That's another thing I get, to help people with sleep. So maybe you're using some of these alternative forms of healing to help people on their path. Okay, so crystal work, especially if you're dealing with chakras to help people get into balance, using crystals will be a great help for you to get their chakras in alignment or anything like that. For others of you who are like, what the heck are chakras and all that stuff, or crystal work? Okay, so it might just be walking into your local New Age shop, metaphysical store, or crystal shop, and see which crystal catches your eye. Okay, it could be something simple. Maybe you're going through some sort of heartbreak. Maybe you need more energy. You feel like you're not achieving your goals and your plans. Maybe you need to get more grounded on your ideas. So if you're attracted to like a red or dark brown crystal, that's a crystal that you need. Okay, so walk into your local gemstone shop and see which crystal catches your attention. Okay, because crystals do have energy. Okay, they're from the earth. So it's saying your connections to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy, and not only healing energy for others, but healing energy for yourself. Okay, so for example, if you need to get more grounded, or maybe you need to get more ideas, usually it's like the purple, the blue crystals. Maybe you want to talk to your angels. Maybe you want to get some spiritual guidance. Angelite, selenite, all those crystals are good for that. So it really depends what it is that you need. But, if you don't know anything about crystals, my suggestion is going into a shop and seeing which crystal catches your eye, because that's most likely the crystal that's going to help balance something out in your energy. Okay. So let's see a card for abundance. So the energy of finances. Let's see what kind of help you need there. Alrighty. So give me a message for Taurus. Okay, so how to increase abundance and prosperity in their life. So what is it that's blocking them, and how can they move forward? Okay, let's see here for Taurus. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, so I did mention ideas, unlimited ideas. Okay, your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is to take divine guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. Okay, so like I said before, maybe you're struggling, you have all these ideas, you need to bring them to action. So I see this card greatly connected to this one with the purple. Okay, so for a lot of you, your crown chakra is very active. Okay, you have a lot of ideas coming in, but it's difficult for you to ground these ideas. So in order to ground them, the best crystal I recommend for achieving, your goals, especially if you're a student, you want to, have the confidence to bring your projects to life, your ideas. Tiger's Eye is great for that, and it gives you more confidence to move forward with what kind of ideas you have. Any of the grounding stones, red jasper, tiger's eye, carnelian, these are all stones to help bring more grounding, okay, to bring your ideas into physical form. All right, so a lot of you, I do feel that your crown chakra is really active, and some of you are having trouble sleeping at night. So make sure you're doing stuff that grounds you, like exercise helps, getting back in tune with your body, walking around, walking bare feet helps too. And if you're living in a hot climate, walking on grass, just feeling the ground on your feet, that's the best way too. It takes the energy from your mind into your body. So maybe getting a massage. Sexual activities also help. Anything that gets you into your physical body. Okay. All right, so let's see. Oh, okay, so these cards here, there's like about 50. I created this deck. So it's just basically keywords only around the work environment. Okay, so we'll see what it is that you need to focus on in regards to work and what they have to say for you moving forward in regards to work. So let's see here. You could find these two on my Etsy page if you're interested. All right. Okay, so you have punctuality. Some of you might be struggling to get to work on time. Maybe you're having a trouble sleeping at night, so it's like that's really affecting you. But I would take into consideration, what it is that you want to do moving forward, what it is you're doing for work, because maybe you've lost interest somewhere and it's time to reconsider and shift your energy to see what other things you could do in regards to your career and work. Okay. Maybe you have too much family stuff going on. You have a hard time balancing your tasks and your projects. So you might need to remove stuff on your list or add more, exercise or meditation, something to calm you down because it's affecting you this year to be on time for the things that you need to be on time, okay, to be punctual. And usually, you might need some time management lessons. Usually Taurus are pretty good, but I feel like you're off a little bit this year. So because you have too much going on, probably with family as well. So take time to meditate, to rest, to take something off your schedule like that's not needed or it's like not priority because you will have a full year. I do sense that. So, and some of you, I feel like, you're not being on time to your work because you lost interest in it and you really don't want to be there. So I would really take in consideration, where you see yourself, okay? And pay attention to that because usually when we're running late, we're always like making excuses. It's because deep down our soul is like, okay, dude, do you really want to do this? So, dude, I had to say that. I don't know. That's like the first thing that came to me. Oh gosh. It's like, you got to laugh too because it's like, all right, time's up. Stop being comfortable. Like, it's time for a change, Maybe you're attaching to something that's lost its purpose. So pay attention to what your soul is telling you and, how it's coming out, okay? How it's expressing itself. You're like, I don't know what's going on with me. Why am I late? I'm never late. So pay attention to that. Okay, so some of you, you might be working on your own project, okay, or faced with a lot of deadlines in your work. Maybe you're in like advertising, communications, or anything like that. That's coming up. But I do feel like if you're dealing with targets, sales, you will be focused on deadlines. But also, I feel like, oh wow, what came to me is, it's like the end of the line. For those of you who are really sure that you're done with the job that you're in and you're really looking for something new, it's like, it's done. It's like a dead deal. Like you've already, did the most you can do in this job. You've got the lessons you needed from it. You can't go any further from, expanding or, learning more things. I feel like you learned all there is that you needed to learn. So this isn't for everyone. Like, you'll know this applies to you. Okay. It could be for one or two people. Not to scare anyone saying like their job's over, okay? But I am feeling that it's like the end of the line, okay? So that's what I'm getting here, where you've learned all you needed to learn and now it's time to move into something else, okay? So a lot of you will be making that transition and that's where it's saying it's time to decide. Decide on something your heart desires, okay? Make a decision on your heart's true feelings and desires, okay? Like, you don't have to do this to yourself. I know, like, Taurus, you wrap your identity around like career, friends, your relationships, and you're very loyal. You stay a long time somewhere, okay? It's hard for you. You're a fixed sign, so it's hard for you to make a jump or to adjust or to transition. But it's saying you could do it, okay? So it's giving you a nice little nudge that you could do it. Okay, so you might deal with a bit of envy this year. For some of you, maybe others are a little bit jealous of your skills and whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe you're excited about your new career. like you have all the abundance around you. Sometimes you might, pay attention to that, because if you're around people that are bringing down your energy and they're making like little remarks like, oh, like I wouldn't do that, don't do that. They're based out of like fear opinions, okay? Sometimes people are scared you might have success and they might lose you as like a friend, or maybe in your work, there's people like envious of like what you have to bring to the table. So, misery likes company. So this year I would be mindful of your surroundings, like who you're, choosing to spend your time with and energy. And really consider that, like where it is you're focusing your energy, because where you could actually place your energy on this punctuality and, family and focusing on your next steps forward. Instead, like you might be focusing your energy on, people that are bringing you down. So I would like really take into consideration where it is you're putting that energy and your time. Where is it being spent? Okay. For some of you, I do feel this might mean, you might be looking at other people's success, okay? And you might be like through Facebook, through Twitter, like whatever, LinkedIn, and you're like, oh man, they've achieved so much and I'm only at this like spot. And you might have feelings of guilt, like, or sadness or depression just because you're seeing how other people are moving forward. Okay, cut that out, it's saying, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself, because everyone has their own divine timing. Everyone has different, failures and success at different parts of their life. And people don't show you their failures or mistakes. They're always going to show you what they're good at, what great things they're doing, where they're traveling, like Instagram and all that. It's full of that, okay? A few people might show you, some of their miseries, and they're brave, so that's great for them. But like most of the time you're not going to see that, okay? It's like the iceberg thing. You'll see the tip of it, like the top of it, the success. You don't see the bottom, where it's bigger, where people have failed, where people have made mistakes, they've gone through depression to get where they are, okay? So you're on your own path. So I would really focus on what you have to give. Okay, so you might even be comparing yourself to other people in your field. Maybe you're looking at other YouTubers, they're doing better. Don't do that, okay? Focus on your growth and you'll get there, okay? Look at these people and look at them and say, I could do that. If they've done it, I could do it too. And take them as a leadership example, like an idol or whatever it is. But focus your energy, shift your energy to something else. And this doesn't have to be work. It could be like romance. You might be looking at people saying, wow, they really got their family together. They found the person they're looking for. They're married. And, maybe you're single and looking. So this is just like another example. It could be that. So you could be dealing with a little bit of envy and might need to work at it this year. Okay. All right. One more. Let's see what's going on here. So these are skills that you will need to use at your work, or skills. You might be talented at something. Maybe you're already aware. Maybe you don't. Here's something. Okay. Moving physically. So that's going to be a part of your job. So yeah, you're running around. Work, friends, family. So that's coming out there automatically. I got that. But for some of you, I feel like you're tired of sitting behind a computer in a cubicle. This is saying you need to do something more physical in your job. You might even need to travel for your work as well. Oh, here's another one. Making things work. Okay, you have 2 realistic cards. So, whether you're male, female watching, some of you might be like a fixer-upper, okay? So you might have the gift of going into people's home. Maybe their computer broke, something broke, maybe plumbing, I don't know. Something that's broken in the household, something practical, cars, technology, whatever. You have the ability to make things work, okay? And it could even be, that doesn't have to be counseling like, guidance counseling or life counseling. It could even be like counseling others on, how to fix their computer, or giving some sort of guidance on, fixing something like in their household or their work environment, anything like that. So it's really how this card applies, okay? It's a very active, 2 active cards. You got realistic skills, okay? So I do see people working with their hands. Oh, wow. Here's another one. Structured, operating things. All right, so these are the top skills that you're going to be using for a lot of you this year. Operating things, maybe you're building your online website, it could be that. Maybe you're behind machinery, okay, you're operating that. Getting something to work, okay, making things work, moving physically. Robots. Oh boy. Yeah, there's some stuff out there nowadays where it's like things are moving fast, okay? So it's how this applies to you, making things work, operating things and moving physically. So those are the top skills there. Okay? Yeah, so overall guys, it's going to be a really fun-filled year. It's not going to be a dull year. There's going to be a lot of responsibility, but you could do it. You're strong to move through this. Whatever's not serving you anymore, that's a big lesson for a lot of you. Just like cut it out of your life, okay? Because it's taking a lot of your energy from moving forward into this greatness, okay? Into being your Venusian self with having, reaping your rewards, having luxury around you, having, abundance filling your life, okay? Something positive waiting to come in. So I hope this reading resonated with you. I hope you enjoy, guys, and I'll see you soon.